Hi everyone, this is Koke from HubSpot. I am recording this video to walk you through a demo on Operation Hub Professional. This is a landing page that I've created, and this shows you everything that is included in Operation Hub Professional. And if we scroll to this part, these are all the functionalities listed in there, right? So you can see things like datasets, you can see data quality automation, webhooks, programmable automation, coded actions, and yeah, a few other things that you can discover on your own site. But I will focus on what it is more attractive really on Operation Hub Professional. So one of the things is the increase in the limit of the reports and the dashboards. So you might know that in any other professional hub, the limit of dashboards is 25. So with Operation Hub Professional, this increases to 325. For custom reports, you have a limit of 100 custom reports on your portal. And with Operation Hub Professional, this increases to 3,100. So that is really good to know. Now, going back to the demo, here in the data management, you can find the data quality. So the data quality center is going to be a centralized space where you can see you can review everything about the quality of the data, the properties that are being used, maybe the ones that are duplicated, and you can find formatting issues and manage duplicates. So these two are the ones that I'm going to focus on now. With formatting issues, this is going to help you fixing the first name, last name, email, and location, right? But the best thing is you can just turn it on and say how the capitalization is going to be done. Is it going to capitalize the first name? Also the last name. All the emails are going to be in lowercase, etc. So you can see there, it gives you examples on the output that you will get. Once you have all that, you can turn it on and that will do it in the background. So you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to have someone spending a few hours trying to fixing everything in the portals. So that's going to be done automatically. Same for the duplicates, right? So in the duplicates, we have the auto-manage settings. Here, as you can see, this can be done for contacts or companies. In the case for contacts, you can say, okay, let's fix the first, let's merge the contacts that the first name matches. That would be a problem. But maybe the first name and last name matches. That could be a little bit more accurate. Or maybe all of them, first name, last name, and they have the same phone number. Then, of course, that would mean it is the same contact. So what you can do is you can merge them and you can choose how this merging criteria is going to be done, right? Then the same for the companies. You can turn that on. And with this, you can say, okay, all the companies that have the same company domain, or maybe the same one, the companies that have the same country and region and the company domain, you can choose. And you can play with these to see which one is the best criteria, right? Now, moving on into the next part, this is going to be the automation. So if we jump into workflows, this will allow you to connect different tools to HubSpot, but also here I have a formatting email clone. No, I don't know why I say clone. This doesn't do anything to do with clone. It's just a clone action that a clone workflow that I've done. But what this does really is whenever someone submits a form, so let's say you work with B2C customers as well. In this case, what this is going to do is if anyone's entered any Gmail or Outlook email wrong, this is going to correct it. And actually, I can give you a super quick example on this. If I go and I create a contact, so we'll create a contact called Koke12345 at gmail.com. Obviously, I wanted to put Gmail, but I did it wrong. So I don't have to worry because this is gonna fix it. And legitimate, whatever. Okay, existing customer. So after I've done this, the contact has been created. If I scroll back down, scroll back, there I can see the contact, koke12345@camel.com, but I don't have to worry because this is going to be fixed. Now I want to make this video fast, so I will probably pause it and I will refresh and I will show you again. So I'm back. It only took a few seconds. And here I can see it has been fixed. Now, if I look in the details in the email, I can see that I entered gmail.com. So obviously that's an issue. But then I see the integration of the format that I've created, fix it to gmail.com. So now, to create this, I have to say I studied computing, but I probably forgot all the coding that I know. So I use some AI tools to give me the code. It took a little bit. It took me maybe 3 or 4 testings, but I can say that I did it in an hour, and I finished this. So if you have someone in your team that knows about coding, of course, that person is gonna know better than me, and you can create these kind of like coded actions, right? So for webhooks and now I'm going to create another workflow super quickly. I'm going to use trigger manually, and let's say it's going to be a contact. So for webhooks or coded actions, you can choose these ones, for example, the webhooks at least, as a criteria of enrollment. So this is going to be considered as a workflow with a trigger of webhooks, and you can create up to 10 different workflows that have these webhook criteria as an enrollment, right? So after you've done that, so this is going to be starting a workflow from a different platform that is sending information to HubSpot. It's going to process it, and from that, you're going to start a workflow. So super simple scenarios that I've seen, for example, on customers and rent-a-car companies that have a different system. When that's happened, or when a car is rented in their system, it sends a webhook to HubSpot that triggers all the information that need to be processed in HubSpot. Some people connected with custom objects, and sometimes you can also send or trigger a transactional email from here, right? So then you're connecting the two different platforms. Then you also have the webhooks from here, and you can use these as you wish. And this can send information to a different platform from HubSpot based on anything that happens within HubSpot, right? So then you can either post information or you can retrieve information from a different platform. So that's super straightforward. But the last part that I wanted to show you is the datasets. And this is an example of all the data set that I created. So here you can see, this is not the one, but here you can see my data sets, and we can find information about conversion rate. So things that you normally would have in Excel. So what I'm doing here is I'm counting the deals versus the closed won deals, and I'm having the conversion rate. So why is this different to like what is it called? I forgot the name of that specific report. Let's see the name. Why is it different to? I want to create this kind of report. To a funnel report, because in a funnel report you will have information. For example, let's say an idea. You will always need a deal stage that is going to be mandatory, and a deal stage that is going to be mandatory at the beginning and at the end. So deals that are created, for example, in a different stage in the middle, that never went through the first stage, those are not going to be counted in there because you're setting some criteria. So this is a really good example of why a data set in this case would be better. But in addition to that, you can create amazing reports on using functions and using calculations. So, for example, if you need to get the repeat customer rate or customer lifetime value, which is essential for customer success teams, um, customer acquisition, if you want to know, for example, how much is it costing you each one of your contacts on when they become customers, right? For all the efforts that you've done. Average order value, if you are B2C and normally you want to know what is the value that people are spending normally in your uh, e-commerce platform, for example. Utilization report to see what is the capacity for your sales team. So all these kind of reports, you can create them. This I'm going to move it there because I have more space. But yeah, this is just a super simple example of what you can get with Operation Hub. I will also share this with everybody. So you can go through these. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a nice day. Bye bye.